Good afternoon, everybody. For those of you who have followed, I have not put in an update in quite some time. It has now been about 18 months from a double jaw advancement surgery for sleep apnea. I had that double jaw surgery in March of 2017. During that time, I had a nasal deformity because when they extubated me, my septum got disconnected and went sideways and was displaced. When they found out what was going on, it was too late because it was the next day. So I had to wait 6 months, went to 2 different plastic surgeons. In September 4th, 2017, exactly just over a year ago, I had a nasal reconstructive surgery that included a rib graft. And so they took a rib out. Unfortunately, they cut through my abdominal wall. That rib is still bothering me a year out. I believe I have a hernia or may have developed a hernia right beside the incision, which is not good. It's just something that the more exercise I do and the more I work on my core conditioning, the worse it hurts. And so I think there's a problem there. I'm going to get that looked at. That was a mess up, I think, by the doctor, not the plastic surgeon, but the one that did the excision, because first of all, the scar is crooked and jaggy. It's not very clean looking. They didn't even attempt to make it look good. They cut right through the abdomen wall, and I asked them to spread my stomach muscles, and they didn't. So I'm kind of irritated about that. About 6 months after the first nasal reconstructive surgery, I had a second revision surgery because the inside of my nose, it started getting crooked, healing crooked, and the rib graft itself started to sort of warp and misshape, and it was like disconnected from my skull. So here I am now 5 months from the second revision surgery, which is primarily cosmetic. And I'm getting a bump here where the graft is coming off my nose again. This time it's like I could push on it for a while and it'll stay down for about 30 seconds and pop back up. I am 100% blocked on my left side and about 85% blocked on my right side. So my nose is now non-functioning. I can't really smell. And it is so swollen still on the inside after 6 months that I cannot breathe out of it. So it affects my speech pattern because now I have a nasally sound. It is also still hard, so my upper lip does not go over my teeth, which causes a lisp. It causes a little bit of slobber, and because I still have tingly and numbness from the jaw surgery, I tend to drool more than normal and spit when I speak, and so I speak for a living. So sometimes that's difficult when I do presentations or when I coach. And that's something that I've been learning to deal with. The nose is a train wreck, to be honest, and I would not have done any of those surgeries had I known that it would be this uncomfortable. I wake up every morning and this part of my face is inflamed from laying down. I have been taking, I've had to take allergy medicine just to calm down the sinuses a little bit, and I don't want to take like a Sudafed or something that's like, that you can develop a problem with, so I've been just taking like over-the-counter Zyrtec to help with the runny nose or the stuffed nose, because every morning it's bad and it gets better throughout the day. So if you are, I saw a couple of people that were concerned about the shape of their nose since the double jaw advancement surgery, and I would tell you that if you're still within a year, I wouldn't worry about it yet. If there's a structural problem, speak to your ear, nose, and throat specialist about getting the structure fixed, but that's going to be majorly invasive. They had to break my nose and do a rib graft and all kinds of stuff, and had to do it again and maybe a third time. So, that's a problem. But when your face goes through that experience, it remodels. So it has to kind of work its way back. Your jaw got pulled forward, everything had to shift, everything moved, and there's an inflammation that's going to be there for up to a year. And I know for me, like people said, like after about a year, they were like, wow, you look like you're in shape. And all that meant was I lost a lot of the facial fat that the inflammation in my face. It looked like I was about 20 pounds heavier. And in about a year, it kind of went away. It just disappeared one day. I didn't even realize it. All of a sudden, my cheekbones were more defined. My jaw was more square. And I looked like I did pre-surgery, well, except for the nose. So it's just going to take time. So keep an eye on the nose. They can do, if it's a structural problem, well, good luck. If it's just cosmetic, they can do some minor, you can get a plastic surgeon to do minor revision to make you look like you should have. I know that I've been following a lot of people that they're starting to put like a stitch in, like to hold the nose in place before the surgery to prevent from that happening, or that from happening. So if you haven't gotten the surgery yet and you're thinking about it, I would make sure that you take care of your nose. I think it's amazing to see all of these people that have done a double jaw advancement surgery for appearance because of an underbite or an overbite or whatever, and I get it. But for them to say it's the best thing that ever happened in their life, I don't know. Like, I can't deal with this pain and this discomfort every single day of my life. So it's now been 18 months of every day waking up and all day long feeling this in my face, and I can't stand it. So how anyone said it was the best thing that ever happened in their life must have been really not good before, or maybe they don't have the same effect that I did. But anyway, for those of you who are going through it, good luck. Do your homework. Make sure your nose is not getting jacked up. Make sure that you know all the risks going in. I appreciate those that have reached out. There's a couple. I just got a couple of emails from some people that are going through some really traumatic issues with their nose as well, and that's too bad. And I apologize, and I wish not that anyone has that, because it's no fun at all. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Again, the original double jaw advancement surgery was March 29th, 2017. Our first nasal reconstructive surgery was September 4th, 2017. And then the nasal revision rhinoplasty was on April 27th, April 27th, 2018. So I am not quite 2 years from the double jaw advancement surgery, and I'm 1 year from the first reconstruction and only 5 months from the second surgery for my nose. So I'm probably 6 or 9 months from final sort of appearance, apparently. And I go back to my plastic surgeon in October to figure out what to do about my upper lip and the stiffness and the nose stiffness, and whether or not I can see my teeth, and if it's a big enough problem to fix, which I'd hope not. I did notice that the lines between my eyes is way more defined now and much deeper because of the reshaping of my nose. And that's also because I never use sunscreen and I'm outside in the sun all the time. So that's a whole different issue. But anyway, thanks again and for tuning in, and I hope everyone's doing well. And maybe I'll give you another update after I see my plastic surgeon in October. Take care.